Hello, friends. I pray that this finds you well in your body and being renewed in your mind as you spend time in God's Word. Speaking of which, last Sunday we started into the text of Job. Job is the most important book in the Bible on the topic of suffering. And did he ever suffer? As the reader, we got a behind-the-scenes understanding as to why. In the courts of heaven, the Lord put the spotlight upon Job and his righteousness, and Satan responded that it was only because of how God blessed Job. In other words, Job only worshiped and blessed God for the gifts. It was all about self-interest, according to Satan. Satan said, if you let me take away all that he has, Job will curse you to your face. And so the Lord actually gave Satan permission. And yet, after he struck Job with tragedy upon tragedy, Job did begin to grieve, but he also worshiped. He said this, naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I shall return. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Even after Satan was permitted to afflict Job's body with a terrible, painful affliction, and Job's wife told Job just to curse God and die, even then, Job said this, shall we receive good from God, and shall we not receive disaster? And then our text from Sunday ended by saying this, in all of this, Job did not sin with his lips. That is astounding. Job was righteous, blameless guy, but he was imperfect. And yet he held fast to the Lord even in the midst of great suffering. Learning to live on God who is invisible means that you have determined that who is more important and more satisfying and more comforting than why. It means that you, like Job, determined that you will take what could have destroyed your faith and instead use it as a platform for worship. It means that you've already answered the question, is God so good that he can be loved for himself and not just his gifts? And the answer is eternally yes. And then we unpacked how that is possible. And if you missed the sermon, I encourage you to listen. There's a link below. But join me as we continue in this journey with Job. This week, we will pick up in the balance of chapter 2. And actually, we're going to be covering all the way through the end of chapter 21. So I encourage you to be reading the text and thinking and praying ahead of time for what promises to be another time to renew our minds. Until then, I pray that the Lord bless you and keep you, and he make his face shine upon you and give you his peace.